All right, young physicists, this morning, this is a quick video for the 8th, Thursday. I'm not assigning any new physics work. What I am going to assign for you to do is to grade your last 2 days' problems, your qualitative, quantitative translation, and your paragraph response. And then I want you to reflect on how you've done. So I want to be clear, you're not going to get a grade entered in the grade book based on your score. You're going to get a grade based on the fact that you gave it a shot, and you're going to reflect on it, right, which is up here. So the objective, so check your progress in solving the QQT and the paragraph length AP problems. Remember, those are the two we've been told by the College Board that will be on the test in May. You're going to watch this video here. In a moment here, I'm going to go over my responses and how to use the scoring guidelines. And then you're going to do it with your responses. Use the scoring guidelines to grade your work submitted on Tuesday and Wednesday, and complete the free response performance reflection document in the assignment link above. That's right up here. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to look at first the QQT, qualitative quantitative translation. And I'll pull up a couple documents. Here's the scoring guidelines. So when a grader is assigned to grade an AP response, they're given this as a guideline. So it's kind of, sometimes it's a dense document, sometimes it's not. Let me show you my responses and then how I used this to grade my work. So the first thing, here's mine. And I left that up here. I want you to know, first of all, it's pretty rare that even I get full points on a free response problem. That's not the point. The AP test does not reward mastery. Although I'm confident I'd score a 5 if I took an AP test, I know I would not get 100 points, 100% of the points possible. I would miss something. And in fact, this is what happens when I looked at my response. So first thing you were asked to do, right, was go over and look at those task verbs. So I've circled mine here. I see the word sketch and label. I scroll down here a little bit. I see derive, determine, and justify. So those are going to give me some ideas of what's expected to score some points. If I look at here, these points go with those scoring guidelines. So if I pull up the scoring guidelines for part A, this is what's been scored. For clearly labeling a horizontal line for the truck, that's right here, I did it, right? And it's labeled, it's not just a horizontal line. For clearly label a straight line with a positive slope of the car, you get a point. And for the speed of the car ending higher than the speed of the truck, so the car ends up higher over here at time D, labeled, that's 1 point. So I did okay on that one. And you'll look through here then, and you'll notice, oops, that's the next one. You'll notice there were some spots then that I missed a few points. So when I go down here and I look at my free response, I was okay on this student's response. The scoring guidelines say something to the effect that the student is correct in saying that they cover the same distance in the same time. And there was some aspect that we have to have an idea that the V versus T yields displacement through the area, and the area is both the same. I didn't get full points on part B2. I missed something. I did get the idea that the car has a higher velocity, but I did miss something, and I'll let you look at that one. And I also missed a point here on the derive aspect. Although I ended up with the correct answer, I didn't get the full 3 out of 3. And then finally on the last part, which was just 2 points, I did get both of those points. So what I want you to do is I want you to go through your responses, and remember, you're not going to get something in Aries from this. I'm not grading you yet on how well you perform on the test. I'm going to grade you on your reflection. So don't be worried if you're getting, really low scores on these to begin with. That's what we're working on. I'll quickly run through the other one here. Here's my paragraph solution. You've actually seen this problem before, but again, look, I got 4 out of 7, and I was pretty confident on the physics, but I didn't show everything that the grading guidelines expected. But I got more than half the points, and typically more than half the points is going to be a 4 or a 5 on the test. So again, doesn't reward mastery. I'm going to let you look. You can see my points. Even though I had a paragraph length response, there was some stuff that they were looking for in the response that I didn't put there. So I didn't get the third point. I didn't get the fourth point, but I got two of the other ones there. And I did do okay on the free body diagrams. Right? So those responses are right here. So run your answers through these scoring guidelines. And then what are you going to do at the end? You're going to go up to this assignment, and everyone's been pushed out this document, and you're just going to reflect on how you did on those first ones. Problem number 1 is asking you to reflect on the QQT. Problem number 2 is asking you to reflect on the paragraph length response. So just some short answers in there informing me what you're struggling with and what we can do to help you. And you'll turn this in. You have a long weekend. We got rid of spring break, so I'm expecting this to be due on Tuesday. Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. is when I'm going to start evaluating these and put these in the grade book. And remember, our review stuff is not formative. Every review assignment counts and will affect your grade. If you have questions or need help, reach out and let me know. All right, guys, have a good weekend.